Let me say this plainly. If your hair has been the same length for years, if it feels dry no matter what you use, if it breaks no matter how careful you think you're being, this is not random. And it's not just genetics, it's structure. And most of what you've been taught about natural hair is not structured properly. Now, before we get started, if you're new here, hi, I'm Zara. This is my hair, and after nearly 2 decades of studying and caring for natural hair, it's the healthiest and thickest it's ever been, and it's growing faster than ever. My approach combines modern hair science with practical, non-esoteric herbalism. I've spent years studying botanical ingredients, herbal pharmacology, formulation, and the biology of the scalp and hair follicle, then putting those principles to the test on my own hair. My goal is simple: to help you understand your hair, create the conditions for it to thrive, and use techniques and herbs with intention so you can grow healthier, stronger, longer, and fuller hair. Hey Z-Stars, what's good in the hood of the Proverbs? It's your girl Zara, popularly and lovingly known as EfikZara. Now, this is the first in a really comprehensive series about natural hair that I'm so excited to finally bring to you after many years of conflicting information across our natural hair community. This is going to be your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about your natural hair, no matter what type of hair you have. So before we get into the video, of course, be sure to thumbs up because this series is going to be so special. Comment down below. Let me know what you'd like me to address in the series. Be sure to share this video with your friends and your loved ones and let them know that our hair doesn't have to be difficult. And last but never ever can be least, subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know every time I post a new video. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. For years, natural hair advice has been built on fragments, pieces of truth without context. And when you apply partial information to a biological system, you get inconsistent results. I've been natural for over 20 years. I've grown my hair to waist length multiple times. My videos have reached millions of people, and I've spent over a decade contributing to the natural hair space. And I've received hundreds of messages from women who have used my methods to grow stronger, longer, healthier hair. But in all of that, I started noticing a pattern. People were getting results, but they didn't fully understand why they were getting those results. And without that understanding, they couldn't sustain it. And that's when I realized something was missing. There is no single place where natural hair is explained from start to finish in a way that is structured, scientifically grounded, and actually applicable. Not trends, not random routines, and absolutely no guesswork, but a complete system. So this series is that system. This is Natural Hair 101, but approached from a biological, structural, and botanical perspective. Of course, rooted in science, where you understand your hair from the inside out. And not just what to do, but why you're doing it. And if you're already listening to this and thinking, this is exactly what I've been missing, let me save you some time, because a lot of you are tired. You've tried different routines, you've bought different products, you've followed different advice, and your hair is still in the same place. So instead of piecing this together video by video, I've already structured the entire system for you. My Ultimate Hair Growth Bundle walks you through how to improve what grows out of your scalp, how to strengthen your hair at the strand level, and how to actually retain your length consistently. Now, this is the exact system I've used to grow my hair to waist length multiple times. And this is what hundreds of women have used to completely transform their hair. I'm not saying this lightly. I've had people come back and tell me their hair has never grown this fast, never felt this strong, never been this manageable, this majestic, this wonderful. So if you're ready to stop guessing and actually follow something that works, click the cards in the top right corner or check the link in my description box and start there. And as I'm saying this, I'm going to put real results and reviews on the screen so you can see exactly what people are experiencing with this system. Now let's correct one of the biggest oversimplifications in the natural hair community. You've probably heard that the issue is length retention, that your hair is growing, you're just not keeping it. And while that's partially true, it is not sufficient to explain what most people are experiencing. Hair growth is a biological process. It is influenced by several things: nutrient availability, blood flow to the follicle, inflammatory signaling, hormonal balance. There's research showing that follicle activity is directly affected by microcirculation and inflammatory states at the scalp level. So if those systems are compromised, the hair that grows out reflects that. So instead of reducing everything to retention, we need to look at three very specific layers. Production, what your follicle is producing. This is influenced by your internal health, your scalp condition, and the environment surrounding the follicle. Your follicles are not just producing hair randomly, they're responding to signals. If your body is low in key nutrients, that affects how the hair is formed. If circulation is reduced, fewer resources reach the follicle. If the scalp is inflamed or congested, that disrupts the environment the hair is growing in. So what grows out is not just hair, it is a reflection of everything happening at that level. And that's why two people can follow the same routine and get completely different results. And this is actually why I created my Herbal Regrowth Oil. If you've made it this far, then you already understand that your follicles are responding to signals. They're responding to circulation. They're responding to nutrients. They're responding to the environment surrounding them. So the question becomes, what are you actually doing to support that environment? My Herbal Regrowth Oil is quite literally my pride and joy. It is the most beautiful formulation I have ever created. Nearly 2 decades of research, formulation, testing, and refinement went into this oil. It combines 22 carefully selected herbs, rare premium oils, and a proprietary infusion process designed to extract far more than a simple herbal steep ever could. The oil is produced in small, meticulously crafted batches and undergoes a multi-phase infusion process that creates an exceptionally rich, concentrated extract. The result is an oil so dark and dense that you can see its potency immediately. The oil is available in 2 versions. The pure version contains the full herbal infusion in its most direct expression. The aromatic version is enhanced with a proprietary essential oil blend selected not only for its luxurious sensory experience, but also for its ability to support a healthy scalp environment and complement the overall formulation through active aromatic compounds. If you'd like to experience the future of herbal hair restoration before its public launch, click the link in the top right corner or in the description box below. And if creating your own oils, treatments, masks, rinses, and hair products sounds more exciting to you, then make sure you pick up my award-winning recipe Bible, trusted by thousands of naturals around the world. Inside, I teach you not just what herbs to use, but why. You'll learn extraction methods, formulation principles, herbal synergy, and the same intentional approach that shaped this incredible oil. You can find the recipe Bible linked in the top right corner and in the description box down below. Quality, the structural integrity and behavior of the hair strand itself. This is where we're dealing with what the hair is, not what you do to it. Hydration levels, protein balance, cuticle behavior, surface condition. This is where hydration and moisture need to be separated clearly. Hydration is water within the hair fiber. It affects the cortex, the inner structure that gives the hair its flexibility, elasticity, and ability to bend without breaking. Moisture, as it's commonly used, refers to how well that hydration is maintained over time. So hydration is internal, moisture is maintenance. When hair is properly hydrated, it can stretch and return without snapping. When hydration is low, the strand becomes rigid, less elastic, and more vulnerable to breakage. Now, the cuticle plays a major role here. If the cuticle is lifted or damaged, water escapes more easily, which means hydration doesn't last even if you apply products. This is why simply adding oils does not fix dryness. Oils can slow water loss, but they do not add water into the strand. So if there is no hydration present, sealing does nothing but trap a dry state. Protein also contributes to this layer because the keratin structure determines how well the strand can handle tension and manipulation. Now, when people say moisturizer, they're usually referring to products that contain emollients and occlusives. Emollients help smooth the cuticle, which improves how the hair feels, improves slip, and reduces friction between strands. Occlusives, like oils and butters, help slow down water loss, which helps maintain hydration over time. So these products support this layer by improving surface behavior and preserving hydration, but they do not replace hydration itself. Protein treatments reinforce weak areas in the strands, helping it better withstand tension and maintain structure. So at this level, you are managing water content, structural strength, cuticle behavior, and surface smoothness. If the hair is weak at this level, it will not withstand normal handling. Retention. How long you are able to keep the hair that has already grown. This is not about what your hair is, this is about what you do to it. This is where handling becomes the deciding factor. Detangling technique, styling choices, tension, friction, frequency of manipulation. This is also where moisture in a practical sense shows up again, because even if your hair is properly hydrated at the quality level, if you are not maintaining that hydration over time, the strand becomes more rigid and more vulnerable during handling. So at the retention level, moisture is about maintaining flexibility between wash days, reducing friction between strands, allowing the hair to move without catching and snapping. And ultimately, this is where emollients and occlusives support you again, not by changing the structure of the hair, but by making handling far less damaging. So now you have a clear separation. Production determines what grows. Quality determines how strong it is, and retention determines how well you keep it. And actually, retention is where a lot of people lose that length, not because their hair isn't growing, but because their handling is consistently working against them. If even one of these is off, your hair will plateau. You cannot outcondition weak hair. You cannot outstyle poor production. And you certainly cannot retain what you consistently damage. So now look at the disconnect. You're told to moisturize your hair without being taught that water content determines elasticity. You're told to oil your scalp without understanding scalp physiology or buildup dynamics. You're told to protect your hair while using styles that create tension and friction. So you're following advice, but the advice itself is not really aligned with how hair actually functions. And this is where herbalism, or more accurately, herbal science, has been misunderstood. Not because it doesn't work, but because it hasn't been applied with structure or grounded consistently in science. For centuries, herbs have been effective because of their biochemical composition. They contain active compounds, micronutrients, and phytochemicals that interact with real biological pathways in the body and at the scalp level. But in modern natural hair spaces, those mechanisms are often ignored. Instead, herbs are reduced to trends, recipes, or surface-level routines without understanding how or why they actually work. When you look at this through a scientific lens, it becomes much clearer. Botanical compounds can influence microcirculation at the follicle, inflammatory signaling, oxidative stress, and microbial balance on the scalp. These are all factors that directly affect how hair grows and how healthy that growth is. So when we talk about herbal hair care in this series, we're not talking about guesswork, y'all. I promise you, I assure you. We're talking about herbal pharmacology applied to the hair and the scalp. We're talking about using plants based on their functional properties, their mechanisms, and their ability to support specific processes in the body and the scalp. And that's the primary difference. When you understand the science behind what you're using, herbs stop being random ingredients and start becoming targeted tools. If you fix one thing after this video, please fix this. Hydrate your hair before you seal it. Water influences the internal flexibility of the strand. Oils reduce water loss, so when you apply oils to dry hair, you are not truly moisturizing it. You are stabilizing dryness. So like I said, in this series, we're going to go layer by layer. Internal health, scalp function, hair structure, handling. So you're not just finna be trying things, y'all. You're understanding what you're actually doing, finally. And again, if you can't wait for the whole series and you want the full system already organized for you, my Ultimate Hair Growth Bundle walks you through all of this step by step. So instead of experimenting, you're executing. Again, click those cards in the top right corner or check the link in my description box so you can have access to it. And if you're listening to this and thinking, I'm not ready for the full bundle yet, that's totally fine, I assure you. You can actually start much smaller. I have my Clove Miracle Elixirs, which is a simple entry point into this really comprehensive system, and it's designed to support your scalp, improve your hair environment, and help you start seeing changes without overcomplicating your routine. So you can test the system and see how your hair responds. Then go ahead and build from there. That's also in the top right corner, so be sure to click in the cards and get access to it. Now, here's why I want you to ultimately understand. If your hair has not been responding the way you expected, it's not because your hair is difficult. It's because the system you've been using is incomplete. And once you correct the structure, your results start to change. And this entire series is designed to walk you through that step by step. Every video in this Natural Hair 101 series is going to be linked in the cards in the top right corner and organized in a playlist in my description box. The playlist is here and here, so you can follow this from start to finish without confusion. And if you're ready to move faster and actually implement everything immediately, you already know where to go. Hair care is not complicated, but it is biological. And once you understand that, everything starts to align. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next videos in this series. I'm so excited to bring them to you, and I can't wait to make this pretty much a magnum opus of natural hair care. I myself am tired of content that is incomplete, and I want you all to have something that's finally going to show you exactly what your hair needs and teach you how to cater to your specific hair needs, no matter what your hair is like. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Drop some blue emojis if you've made it this far, and I'll see you in the next video.